Okay, welcome back. Last time we had a quite disastrous start to our playthrough of Pokemon Firered, but we did make it to Pewter City, and I came back to Viridian after I did some training, because we're going to be starting off today's episode with our second rival battle. However, quickly, just to do a team recap, basically everyone is now like level 9 or 10, which is pretty handy, and Twitch learned Quick Attack, Zephyr learned Gust, and obviously Weedle evolved into Kakuna. Hey, you're after the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't even have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Yes they did actually, in fact. Thank you for asking, Roy. So, he has a Pidgey and a Charmander here. Obviously, he still has Charmander because it was his starter Pokemon. However, I get a huge advantage here, and it's for one main reason. Basically, I have a super good advantage here, mostly because, for some reason, despite the fact that his Pokemon are both level 9, his Pidgey does not have Gust, and his Charmander does not have Ember, and I don't know why that is. I mean, it's probably to give you a better fighting chance, really, but still. Also, hey, we finally landed Leech Seed, so I can now switch Brute Root out. Fantastic. Basically, I do want to put a little bit of time and attention onto QB for this episode, mostly because I would quite like to get a Beedrill before I, go and make a whole bunch of progress. So in a perfect world here, I can just land Poison Sting, get the poison, and then I have double residual damage coming through. 10 out of 10, there's the residual damage gonna start coming through. And I know that I don't need to worry about Charmander's scratches, but I don't really need to worry about that. So I know that the Pidgey is going to go down to the residual damage over time, and I'm going to be constantly healing a bit of it back. So I am going to set up a couple of Hardens, and this way I'll hopefully be able to solo the Charmander with my Kakuna, and then I should hopefully be able to just get through the rest of this fight without too much hassle. I say that, but anything could happen, because, unfortunately, crits are a natural part of the game, and if I can, realistically, the big hope is that I can poison the Charmander. If I get poison onto the Charmander, I think I win. Okay, so Scratch does 2 damage, and obviously a crit would do a lot more. But hey, hopefully we'll be okay, and hopefully I can get a poison. No. Hopefully I can get a poison. No. Come on, poison. Come on, poison. Nope. I have an awful feeling that I'm not going to get the poison here. Can I see? There we go. That's what I needed to see. So, now we got the poison onto the Charmander, so we have double damage sources, so we should be pretty okay here. I say that, we do still have a little bit of danger, but as long as we survive this next turn, we win. No crit, 10 out of 10, QB takes out Charmander, and with that, we win this battle. We also probably go up to level 9 from this. Okay, we do not quite hit level 9, that's a little bit disappointing. Okay, I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Okay, well, see you later, Roy. And now I just need to head on back through the forest and then fight Brock. And basically the priority right now is actually going to be on Brute Root. So Brute Root needs 72 experience. Also, this is going to be a potentially stupid, potentially dangerous take. I'm not going to go heal. I probably should. Always heal. Always remember to heal, folks. Don't be me. I make very stupid decisions sometimes. I will also call myself out on those stupid decisions when they inevitably backfire on me. But hey, so far it hasn't, but I haven't gotten into another fight yet, so, things can't go downhill, when I'm not on the hill yet. Okay. I mean, realistically, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Okay, so we find a wild Kakuna. This could actually come in handy, because this Kakuna can't actually hurt me at all. So what I'm going to do is, I'm still just going to walk through the grass in here, but I think I'm going to run away from things if they're below level 5. Unless it's a Pikachu. I will fight the Pikachus, because Pikachus give pretty good EXP. Like, Pikachu gives pretty good EXP, so I'll still fight those, but otherwise, so I will run away from everything that isn't a high-level Caterpie or Weedle, but I will fight Kakuna, Metapod, and Pikachu. And if I find a shiny, obviously, I'll stick around to it. If I find a shiny, the odds of this are extremely, extremely low, but if I do find one, I will stick around and try to catch it. Also, I'm just going to stick around with this, because Brute Root will probably get enough EXP from this Kakuna to hopefully level up, and once it hits level 10, it is basically sorted for this next gym. I say this next gym, this first gym. Because Brock will have 2 Pokemon, they are both Rock Ground types, so they are both quad weak to Grass, and because this is pre-Physical Special Split, that gave nowhere near as much EXP as I thought it would, but because this is pre-Physical Special Split, all Grass moves are going to be... Honestly, it's level 3, I can probably just take this out in 2 tackles. So basically, because this is pre-Physical Special Split, all Grass moves, along with all Fire moves, all Water moves, all Electric moves, all Psychic moves, all Dark moves, all Ice moves, and all Dragon moves, they are all special. They are all special attacks, so, which honestly is a little bit counterintuitive, you know, because I just learned Vine Whip. Vine Whip, you know, very clearly has the implication of it physically hitting something. Nope, it's a Grass-type move, so in this gen, it is a physical attack. No, it's a special attack, because it's a Grass move. 10 out of 10, I'm doing so well with words today. Which, to be totally honest, that is part of why Hitmonchan is kinda just bad for a long time. Because Hitmonchan has, like, no special attack, but until Gen 4... Like, Hitmonchan has next to no special attack, but until Gen 4, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch were all special moves. So basically the only real coverage moves it got, it couldn't reliably use, because it just didn't have the stats to back it up. Which is a little bit unfortunate, because I did always like Hitmonchan. Like, I always quite liked Hitmonchan. Not as much as Hitmonlee. To be honest, I was always kind of hoping that we'd get Thunder Kick and Ice Kick and everything. You know, because we have Blaze Kick. I think it would make sense. Okay, that's a level 5 Pikachu. And I'm going to Leech Seed it, then I'm going to switch out. I'll Leech Seed it, then I'll switch out to Twitch. I can't switch to QB because it is on very low health and will die. Wait, okay, I say that. It might die, it could live, but I don't want a risk of... Basically, I could switch to QB and hope to, you know, heal a little bit. However, we have 4 HP, and I think a Thunder Shock would kill. And I don't really want to have to play the coin flip on if I get hit with a Thunder Shock or a Growl. So, actually, wait. I can calc this. I can mentally run the numbers. So that did 5 to 12 special defense. Okay, yeah, that will kill. That would definitively kill. Never mind. I'm just going to quick attack. And static doesn't come through. Fantastic. I say static doesn't come through like it realistically would make any difference whatsoever. Also, fun fact, despite the fact that we are about to go into a rock-type gym, I don't think there's actually any rock moves used. Actually, no, wait. I think Brock's Onix might have Rock Tomb. But other than that, I don't think they actually have any rock moves. Because Geodude gets Rock Throw at, like, level 11, I think? And... is that 11 or 13? I know it gets it weirdly late. I think in this gen a lot of Pokemon seem to just get stab moves weirdly late. I mean, I say weirdly late, not like Gen 5 evolutions late, because, as much as I love Gen 5, those evolutions are sometimes a bit ridiculous. Also, we have the Pewter City Museum. We won't be coming in here just yet, but we will need to come in here at a later time. We can also find a hidden Pokeball here, and we can talk to this girl who'll talk about Clefairy. Clefairy came from the moon. That's what the rumour is. They appeared after moonstones fell on Mount Moon. I unfortunately won't get a Clefairy here. Pewter City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Brock. The rock-solid Pokemon training. So yeah, my odds of finding a Clefairy in Mount Moon are literally 1%, so I don't think I'm going to find one. Also, I'm going to ignore that guy because he doesn't really tell you anything important. Stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. He is like 2 steps away. He's like 2 tiles away, but okay. Okay, so this kid has a Geodude. He will also have a Sandshrew. Important thing about Sandshrew, it is a pure ground type. So that makes it the only non-rock type that you fight in this rock type gym. And it doesn't really make any difference because Brute Root is going to one-shot basically everything in this gym regardless. This is part of what makes, this is kind of partially what makes Bulbasaur the easy mode option for the game. And also Sandshrew just, yeah, I just went for Defense Skill, wasn't doing anything. However, this isn't the only time in the game that we'll see Pokemon of a type that isn't that of the gym used in a gym. And by that I mean, also, darn, light years isn't time, it measures distance. I want to know how many kids my age learned that because of this. So you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter City's Pokemon Gym Leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. You're gonna challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. Okay, I'm just gonna click Vine Whip twice and win. You know what, no. I'll be generous. I'll click Vine Whip 3 times. The Onix might take one. I'm not counting on it though. But yeah, so when we get to Fuchsia City, that's the poison type gym, there's a whole bunch of psychic types in there. I think it's partially because, like, it makes a little bit of sense. And for Hypno and Drowsy, they at least learn Poison Gas, but I think there's, like, people with a Kadabra and stuff in there. Then when we get to the final gym, there's, like, people with a Tauros, there's a guy with Machokes, and and people with Arbok, and that's meant to be a ground-type gym. But with that, we win our first badge. I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer upon you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. So we now have the Boulder Badge. So that is badge number 1 acquired. Just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know Flash to use it. And with that, our level cap will also jump up to no, that's 30. That is 20. Wait, take this with you. So now we got basically an explanation on TMs. I'll just skip it because I already know what it means. And I can give a quick... Ooh, Twister. Okay, so TMs are one use in this game. In Gen 5, they made them infinite use, and they will teach a move to a Pokemon. Normally that was Rock Tomb, but it appears to have been randomized to Twister. Twister is effectively Gust for Dragon types. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to get a whole lot of use out of it. Mostly because, 1, it's not that strong, and 2, well, dragons are very rare in this game. Dragon types are pretty much exceptionally rare in this game. And pretty much we won't fight any until the very end of the game. And even then, it's not many of them, it's not really worth having it. And by then, a base 40 power move isn't exactly going to be too, it's not exactly going to be cutting it for me in terms of damage output. Okay, so, before I move on towards Mount Moon, I'm going to stock up on Pokeballs, bring my total up to an even 20. Weirdly enough, in this one, you can't get the Premier Ball. But in Ruby and Sapphire, if you buy 10, you will get a Premier Ball. That's an interesting little thing. Okay, let's quickly talk to this guy and get ourselves the running shoes. I'm glad I caught up to you. I'm Professor Oak's aide. I've been asked to deliver this, so here you go. And we now have the running shoes, so we can now run. Fantastic. Well, I must be going back to the lab. Bye-bye. Okay, later, Professor Oak's aide. Thanks for the shoes. There's a letter attached. Here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up. From Mom. Okay, so, we can now run, which is very helpful. Honestly, you run... I feel like you run really fast in this game. Okay, so... I think this girl has 2 Pidgeys. and I know they have Gust, but I'm still going to lead with Kakuna just because I can. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? I mean, I was looking where I was going, you know? I was looking in the general direction of where I was walking, so I guess. Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, that goes for Sand Attack. Not exactly perfect, but if I land the Poison, I land the Poison Sting, but do I get the Poison? No, I do not. Okay. Either way, I probably don't die to a single Gust. Okay, I can take... You know what? No. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out because I was halfway through saying to myself, oh, I can take another one, and then I just kind of, like... Then I kind of just mentally envisioned, no, that's going to crit. And of course, I decide, for some reason, to switch out to my other Pokemon that is weak to flying in the process here. But you know what, we'll be okay, because now we Leech Seed. So now we have double damage sources on it. We'll just tank that Gust, because we are Bold-natured. That still did a decent chunk, but we'll still live. And now I think we're in a situation where we should even be able to take a crit if it happens. And now we just land the tackle and take out the Pidgey. Okay, more accurately, Leech Seed will take out the Pidgey and I will get 1 more HP out of it. So that is very welcome for me. Okay, so Bulbasaur is now gonna... Okay, QB hits level 9, very good, very good. Okay, so after this fight, Bulbasaur will hit level 14, and we will be 2 levels away from evolution, because obviously we will get Ivysaur at level 16. I feel like level 16 is like the level where starter Pokemon evolve. Periodically there are some that go a little bit earlier, some that go a little bit later. For example, Turtwig turns into Grottle at level 18, I think, and then Grottle turns into Torterra at 32. Then you have Quilava. You get Cyndaquil evolving into Quilava, I think, at level 14. I might be wrong on that. That's a lot of damage. But to be fair, it's also been a good while since I last played Gen 2. Full disclosure, the last time I played Gen 2, I currently have up on the channel. That is also in line for a replay at some point. At some point, I will be replaying Soul Silver. Or I might switch it to Heart Gold, to be honest, I haven't decided yet. Either way, we can hopefully get through the rest of this fight without too much hassle, and then we can probably just run back and heal. Twitch lands a Quick Attack, it doesn't quite finish off the Pidgey, but we just tank the tackle, and now we can Quick Attack again if it survives the Leech Seed damage, which it doesn't. Fantastic. Okay, so, now... Okay, Brewer hits level 14, just as I said. And apparently we are mean for winning a Pokemon battle that we didn't start. Okay, fine. I will not look in the general direction I'm walking, and people will get mad at me for that. Hey, I saw you in the Viridian Forest. Okay, so, who's this? This is Bugcatcher Colton. I'm gonna be totally honest, I do not know if this guy is someone who you've fought previously turning up again, or if it's just like an unnamed NPC. Who's just like, oh, who's just kind of like doing a little bit of world building, and just like, oh yeah, I saw you in the forest. Like, I kind of want to go back and check, just to make sure, because I kind of want to know if he actually is an exceptionally rare case of a returning character. Because other than rivals and periodically, like, gym leaders, and obviously not counting, Rocket Grunts, well, Evil Team Grunts, I guess would be a more accurate statement. Like, discounting them for obvious reasons, like, I feel like this might be the only time where you see a normal, non-important trainer, like, turn up twice. I want to double check on that, though. Okay, so now we just switch back out. I'm pretty much just gonna try to slowly chip away on getting the experience onto QB, because I do want to get Beedrill. I want to get Beedrill, and once I have Beedrill, it will hopefully be good. I haven't used a Beedrill in a playthrough in a long time, but I'm hoping for the best. I remember it being at least somewhat okay. However, Fury Attack isn't great. I know it gets that when it evolves. Poison Sting isn't great. But who knows, maybe I will live in a wonderful, wonderful timeline where I'll just find a TM for Sludge Bomb or something. Because if I get access to Sludge Bomb, because again, Poison is a physical move in this gen, if I get access to Sludge Bomb, that could be super good. And I feel like I can switch out to just get a bit more EXP and hopefully I won't die. I think I can take one. I think I can take one on tackle from this. Okay, we do indeed take one. Come on, crit. Okay, that was definitely not a crit. Okay, back to Garuda we go. Back to Garuda we go, and now I'm just gonna kind of pack at it and then just get rid of this Caterpie, and I'm gonna run back to the city and heal, and then we can continue on our way. Because this could get dangerous, to be totally honest. But hey, I know that Mount Moon isn't too far away. Mount Moon isn't too far away, and that is the end goal for today's episode. Basically, I just want to make it to Mount Moon, then next time we'll make it through Mount Moon and to Cerulean City. So when we are actually pretty close to Cerulean City, I will also be introducing a new rule. However, I will cover that when I get to it. So hopefully you'll look forward to that. Don't worry, it's not... I don't think it's anything game-breaking, but it's also nothing particularly interesting. Okay, so we are back out onto Route 3, and I think this kid has a Rattata. And how much EXP do I need? 51? Delightful. Okay, this should be easy. Hi, I like shorts. They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear. This kid would grow up to become a shorts salesman, I guess. Okay, this kid has a Rattata. Of course he does. Why would a youngster character ever not have a Rattata? I mean, to be fair, this is a remake of Gen 1, and as we all know, youngster Joey and his legendary top-tier Rattata, sorry, top percentage Rattata, that did turn up in Gen 2. And I'm just going to switch back out to Brute Root. I'm going to focus on Brute Root for this. Obviously, there are a couple of bug catchers out here. So, basically, for non-bug catchers, I'll focus on leveling Brute Root. But for the bug catchers, I'll focus on Garuda. Because, honestly, as much as I like Pidgeot, I used Pidgeot last time, and I don't think I got to use a Fearow. And Fearow is cool. Fearow also learns Drill Peck later on. But also, if I had to pick one to keep for late game, I think I would rather preserve a potential Pidgeot for late game as opposed to a Fearow. So I think I would rather have Fearow early game, Pidgeot late game. Although at the same time, Pidgeot doesn't get Drill Peck, so I don't know. Realistically, I'll probably keep both on the team for now. Although, depending on what my encounter is on this route, sorry, that might change. To be totally honest though, this next route has 2 or 3 Pokemon available here. Because normally I think Spearow is the common encounter on this route. And obviously we already have a Spearow, so that'll be dupes. But my other potential encounters for this route are, I believe, Mankey, Jigglypuff, and I think male Nidoran. Okay, specifically both Nidorans are... I think both Nidorans are available, but in Fire Red, male Nidoran is a lot more common, and in Leaf Green, female Nidoran is a lot more common. Basically, it's like one of the Nidorans is a lot more common in one than the other, and then it's flipped. Like, it makes... You get what I mean. I'm so bad at words. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Anyway, QB is now evolving, and we have ourselves a Beedrill, which is a very welcome addition to the team. So, hopefully this Beedrill will prove to be useful, and hopefully it won't just die immediately. I say that, watch as I lose it in like 2 battles. It would be miserably on brand for me to do that, if nothing else. Okay, also it has the Swarm ability. Swarm is, in terms of practicality, worthless in this gen. Swarm effectively does nothing. Are you a trainer? Let's get with it right away. Okay, so Swarm is effectively useless in this gen because there just aren't really bug moves. There's String Shot, which doesn't do damage. There's Twin Needle, which I think 2 or 3 Pokemon learn. There is Fury Cutter, which Beedrill doesn't get access to, I don't think. X-Scissor doesn't exist yet. Bug Buzz doesn't exist yet. Quiver Dance doesn't exist yet. Obviously, Quiver Dance is a status move. It's stat boosts, and it's a really good status move, to be fair. Speed and both special stats is kind of insane. But yeah, unfortunately, Swarm is basically going to be worthless to me in this game. I could get use out of Overgrow. I could get use out of Blaze, out of Torrent. But, I'm not going to get use out of Swarm, unfortunately. And now that I think about it, are there ones for other types? I don't think there's ones for other types. I think Swarm is, the only one outside Torrent, Blaze, and Overgrow. I might be wrong on that, because obviously I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but I genuinely don't think there is. Either way, Garuda is just pecking through this man's entire lineup, and with one more pack, Garuda will have taken over this guy's 4 Pokemon, and we will be on our way. And we will also have a level 12 Spearow, which is very welcome. 8 levels to go, and then we get Fearow. Honestly, I'm looking forward to having a Fearow. Okay, so, I'm gonna fight this kid first. I'll battle you with the Pokemon I just called. Okay, so 1, you didn't just catch them because you have bugs on this route. So 1, you must have caught them in the forest. 2, the closest bug type you could catch in Mount Moon is a Paras, and Paras is bug grass, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Either way, Garuda is going to kind of peck its way through both of this guy's Pokemon, and then we can go back and fight the other 2 trainers, and then we are on our way, because we are pretty close to Mount Moon. I think you go down here, there's one trainer who I think has a Jigglypuff, and then there's some grass, and then you just go up and you're at Mount Moon. And obviously we do have a Magikarp to buy, and that Magikarp will be randomized into something, I don't know what though. Okay, so let's put Brute Root out front, and go and fight this girl. That look you gave me, it's so intriguing. I am looking at the wall, thank you very much. But okay. Okay, lass Sally, you have a Rattata. Honestly, not gonna lie, Rattata is a Pokemon that I like. I like Rattata, but it's also a Pokemon that, in the context of a Nuzlocke, especially in Gen 1, worries me so much. I think it's because of Hyper Fang. I don't think I've ever really been impacted by it that much in a Nuzlocke, but just in casual playthroughs, I feel like everyone at some point has had the tragedy of just getting hit by a crit Hyper Fang out of nowhere. I feel like it just happens to everyone. Okay, so, Brute Root is on the verge of hitting level 15, that is very good. Gonna Leech Seed once again. 10 out of 10, Leech Seed always coming in handy. Growl is not gonna impact me too much. I say that it actually is. Fortunately for me, I know that Nidoran honestly doesn't have any stab moves. Nidoran doesn't really have many attacks. It gets Double Kick at level 12 or 13, but honestly, I don't think it even gets Poison Sting until it evolves into Nidorino or Nidorina, which I've always found a little bit strange. It's a poison type Pokemon, but female Nidoran just gets Scratch and male Nidoran just gets Peck. And then they finally learn their poison moves after they've evolved. Well, past the level where they would evolve. They naturally evolve at level they naturally evolve at level 16, but I think they don't learn the moves until level 18 or something. Okay, I'm gonna skip out on Poison Powder, but I will take Sleep Powder. Unfortunately for me, I don't think Brute Root learns Stun Spore naturally. Which is a shame. I would love to have access to Stun Spore. because Stun Spore is just very reliable. Okay, so you can avoid battles by not letting trainers see you, okay? So we're just gonna jump down here, grab this orange berry, and fight this kid. Hey, you're not wearing shorts. What's wrong with you? I don't know, Pewter City's fashion police. What is wrong with me? Okay, so that is a Spearow. That is a level 14 Spearow. Leech Seed. Okay, goes for Leah. It goes for Leah. All I need to do is land this Leech Seed and get out of here. Okay, we landed the Leech Seed. Get out of Bulbasaur. Get out of Okay, so now I switch out to... I'm gonna go out to my own Spearow here. Mostly because I don't know what else to do here. Okay, Growl comes through. That's totally okay by me. It's not exactly perfect, but now our Spearow goes back to full health. We do need to play a little bit careful because we do have a level disadvantage. However, he doesn't seem like he's all that interested in attacking, and that is always a good sign. Well, it's always a good sign for me because it means I get free damage, and yeah, basically, I'm now at a point where I can't lose this DPS race unless I get critted, and even then I think I still win. So, yeah, there goes that Spearow. 10 out of 10, we are sorted and safe, which is always important. We love to be safe. Safety is extremely important. I say that as I have made so many unnecessary risks in this episode. Either way, now let's grab our encounter for this route. So we could find Spearow, but Mankey, Nidoran, and Jigglypuff are on the table as well. I forgot I could find Pidgey out here, but either way, we are not getting a Pidgey because we already have one. Now, I want to avoid this girl just for now because she is also a trainer. So our encounter is another Pidgey. Okay, Pidgey, I get it. I get it, Pidgey. You want to come along? Okay, big crit, thanks. I genuinely thought I was going to take 2 or 3, but hey, not going to complain about that. So, basically, Mankey, Nidoran, or Jigglypuff. Okay, that's a Nidoran. That's potentially huge. Nidoran could be great. I know... Okay, I say that. I know I mentioned earlier that Nidoran has a couple of issues, but Nidoran means potential Nidorino, which means potential Nidoking, and Nidoking is really strong. Okay, so with that, we now have a Nidoran to add to the team. Very welcome, very welcome. That is a sassy Nidoran. Okay, that is plus special defense minus speed. That's not exactly ideal, but it's okay, I think. And now I can fight this girl. Not really, no. I mean, I guess if talking to them is like tapping them on the shoulder, but I don't know. Either way, that's level 14 Jigglypuff. So now, hopefully, if I get through this, we should, in theory, get enough EXP to get Ivysaur. And that's the real prize we're looking for here. Although not gonna lie, getting Nidoran is kind of really nice. Because, I'll be honest, I have not used a Nidoran in a playthrough in an extremely long time. And usually when I do, I've kind of had Nidorino for a bit and then went, okay, yeah, this isn't great. Because Nidoking is kind of TM reliant, unfortunately. But hey, with randomized TMs, I could have something insane on a Nidoking in this. Also, 10 out of 10, thanks Jigglypuff, thanks for missing Sing, and that just falls short of knocking it out, but now I just tackle it, and we win. Even if we get stuck with the charm, we're okay. 10 out of 10, thanks. Great work, Root, and now we get a ton of EXP, and we fall just short of the level up. Fortunately for me, we have a couple of, actually, we don't have any more trainers on the way here. If we were playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver, there would be. Okay, I mean, kid, there's a Pokemon Center like 20 steps up that hill. Even, I don't even think it's a hill. Anyway, I'm just going to knock out a couple more Pidgeys. Well, 1 or 2 Pidgeys, maybe 3, who knows. I don't know how much EXP I'm going to get out of this. Well, I know I'll get 55 EXP, I don't know how much I need. And honestly, in the amount of time it will take me to check, I might as well just knock out the Pidgeys. Okay, so we I need to take out one more, and then we will evolve. And then we can go up, save, heal, save, buy that Magikarp, and then I can end off today's episode. Then next time we'll head on into Mount Moon. And I honestly think I might need to do a little bit of training for a few of my Pokemon, because obviously I just caught that Nidoran. Twitch is starting to fall a bit behind. Like, I'll probably train my other Pokemon up to like level 12, maybe level 13. But with that, Root now evolves. So we now have our next evolution in our starter Pokemon, as we now get Ivysaur. And I am pretty happy with that, because I quite like Ivysaur. Like, I like Ivysaur, but it is definitely my least favourite part of this evolutionary line. But hey, you know what, sometimes you need to go through a little bit of a kind of middling bit that you're not too fond of to get to an all-star, you know? Okay, so, yeah, cool. Good for you, buddy. I hope you achieve your dream of becoming a gym leader one day. Now, are there any hidden items here? I know there's one, but I don't know if it's on any of these rocks. I know there's a hidden item up here. I think it's a cherry berry or something. Sorry, it was a persimmon berry. I knew it was a berry of some description. And tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. Well, we can find Geodude in the next cave. To be honest, I wouldn't even mind having a Geodude, because having a rock type could be potentially really helpful. And also, on top of that, just in general, I will drop Zephyr off for now. I mean, realistically, I don't know what I'm gonna get from this guy for this Magikarp, so it might be he joined the team, it might not. Let's see. Okay, secret Pokemon and Magikarp, yes. And we get a Rhyhorn. Okay, that's actually really nice. I don't give refunds. You knew what you are getting. Okay, so, I mean, realistically, that guy gives you a potential Gyarados normally. And we got a hardy Rhyhorn. That is actually really nice. Rhyhorn, well, Rhyhorn is generally pretty solid. Basically, I do have a slight worry about it, mostly because it mostly learns normal moves and doesn't evolve until level 42. So for now, I think I'm going to put Rhyhorn in the PC, and I'm going to end off today's episode here. So I'm going to save, end off today's episode here, decide on the team, and train things up a little bit. Then next time we'll be heading on into Mount Moon. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. I will have another video going up later today, and then the finale of Resident Evil tomorrow. But yeah, that's all from me for this episode. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.